morning, my darlings, and welcome back to another vlog. It's a glorious day. It is a very fresh spring morning here in the Cotswolds, and I want to be very productive today. So I've said this a million times before, but I find it very, very hard to actually get stuff done inside the house when it's glorious outside, because I just want to be out and about. I want to be gardening. I am a major sun lover and outdoors lover. I always have been, but my phone's ringing somewhere. I just missed it and I have 9 missed calls from that number. That is very, very weird. What was I even saying? Yeah, I find it very hard to be productive inside when it's sunny outside because I want to spend all my time outside. But I think it's going to be beautiful for the rest of this week, so I am going to be really productive inside today until about 4 o'clock. Apparently it's going to be 16 degrees at 4 o'clock, so from then on I'm going to get out into the garden. So my first job today, I need to film my H&M video that I promised you in Sunday's video. You'll have already seen it by now because this vlog will be going up hopefully on Thursday, but I need to film that. Luckily the room is just so perfectly lit today, she says, standing in front of the window in the worst light possible. But yeah, I like to film fashion videos when it's sunny. I just think it is the best lighting when it's natural lighting. And I also have this mess to deal with, which is good and bad. It's good because it means that the cupboards in my powder room are done, but it's bad because it's going to take me forever. So I think I'm going to do it little bit by little bit, because otherwise it's just going to be the most boring job in the whole world. Can't believe I'm showing you this, but it's just become a dumping ground. On this side we have got parts of the bathroom for the powder room. The plumber is actually working at the coach house on the oil tank today, but he's going to come over this afternoon and have a little look and hopefully fit some of the bits for me. I really hope so. We've got one sink not fully put together, but we've got one sink in there at the moment. And then these are all my products, so I'm going to be having the world's biggest beauty product organise and sort out later on today. And then because Andrew, our decorator, has cleared away all of his stuff, I can now put my rug back down and just start getting this room a little bit more back to how it was. But first I'm going to have a bit of a clean. I feel like I just want to open the windows, get some air in and give this space a clean, because I can't be productive unless my environment is in tip-top shape. I'm going to use this, which is the Peach Blossom Method Anti-Bac All-Purpose Cleaner. Charlie and I have always loved Method. They are plant-based, you don't get any nasty chemicals, and they just smell fantastic. This will be my first time using their Peach Blossom. We're a big fan of their rhubarb. And then I've just got one of these eco cloths. I mean, you can even see on the worktops, they're just super dusty from all the building works that's been going on. Oh my gosh, so I'm going to give this area a little bit of a spruce, and then I will take you in to the powder room. Feels like I've got this little section of the room back now that I have got the rug down, and next is just to tackle the mess. So now I'm going to show you the powder room. As I said, the sinks and the toilet are not in yet, but the paneling is done and the wallpaper is done and it looks incredible. So if you have not watched my previous vlogs, you may not know that we have a bathroom through these little doors here, a very sneaky little hidden bathroom, which is my powder room. And because it is a bathroom that only I will use, I wanted to just do something. Oh, that is ruining the aesthetics. I thought this is the bathroom where I can just go a little bit wild and yeah, just go a bit crazy with the decoration, with the wallpaper, and do something that I personally think is absolutely fabulous. I was very much inspired by the bathrooms in Annabelle's, which is a members club in London. I'll pop a picture of their bathroom on the screen here. Obviously mine is never going to be quite that bougie, but that was a little bit of the inspo. And I had you guys really help me with choosing the wallpaper. And I have to say, I'm just so thrilled that we went with the one that we did, the boldest of them all. So darlings, without further ado, let me show you into the powder room. And hopefully later within this vlog, we might actually see it finished, because as I said, the plumber is here and I have asked him to come and put these bits in as soon as possible. I love that it's a little bit Alice in Wonderland-esque in that you open one door and then you've got another door, but here's the first bit of painted paneling. So this is a great storage space here. This might be the one that I fill up first. And these bits of paneling have been painted in Lick Paint White 06. But now the space that I have been so excited to show you. Let's head on into the powder room. Oh my goodness. So it's still fairly early in the morning, so the light is quite cool, and the camera is making it look even cooler, but oh my gosh, look at this. Wow. I am speechlessly thrilled that we went with this wallpaper. This room it's not the biggest room in the world in that it's quite narrow. There used to be a massive bathtub here and I'm really glad that we took that out. I would just never have a bath in here, and this room's probably never going to be a guest room, so I could be as selfish as I wanted to in here. So I've ditched the bath. A lot of people have asked why I'm still getting two sinks. So this sink, as you can see, is not fully set up yet. It's got a marble splashback and marble sides. There were always two sinks in here, and I don't know, I guess because it's so long, I thought, why the heck not? These are the most beautiful sinks from Burlington, and the quality is just spectacular. I don't know if I've shown you these up close before. Obviously it's not been properly put together yet, but I've got this marble, beautiful swooping front, gold taps, not finished off yet, and these metal legs. I guess I could probably paint the legs the exact same shade as the paneling, but we'll see how it looks. I don't think at the moment it's that obvious that this has got a slight pinky hint to it, whereas this is plain white. I bought the wallpaper from a website called Wallpaper Direct. It just happened to be in the sale, so I was really chuffed with that, and I got my measurements so right in this room. I mentioned in a previous video that I literally just guessed. It was not even educated at all. I didn't even imagine how many square meters were in here, but this is all that's left, just half a roll left over. So it was a great guess. The reason why I put the paneling in was so that you couldn't see the pipes coming out of the floor, because the pipes come out this way instead of... Oh no, it was actually because of the sinks. So the sinks are the reason I went for the paneling, because you would have been able to see the pipes coming from the ground, because they don't have like a column like many traditional sinks. The pipes come out of the wall, so yeah, I had to put the paneling in for that. And then this side of the paneling is all cupboards. Just like throughout my wardrobe, they go into the eaves, really nice deep cupboards. And the actual paneling, so these bits, the skirting, and we continue the skirting all the way around, and this top, I believe it's called a dado rail, but I might have made that up, is all from a website called Decor, which I was so impressed with their customer service. They delivered it so quickly, and I'm really pleased with how it looks. And I have to say, our carpenters, Mark and Steve, that worked here did the most amazing job. They cut them all to the exact perfect shapes. I like how this one is kind of triangular. I wonder if that shape has a name. It's like a triangle with a blunt end. And then they also added this bit. So this bit here is from Decor, and then they added this bit. So I'd have a really nice solid shelf for my lotions and potions, my soaps and things like that. And then we have a really fabulous massive window over here, which is great, lets in loads of beautiful fresh air. I did actually buy some bronzy gold lights from here, but I think these are actually much too small, which is really annoying. I didn't realise that they came in different sizes. I need to get on the step ladder, but I'm pretty sure they are too small for those holes. So I'm gonna have to send those back, which is really annoying. So yes, it is bold, it is crazy, it is overpowering, but I just absolutely love it. I'm thrilled with how this room looks. I cannot wait to come up here and just have it as my like personal pampering space. I love how it looks in the background of this clip. It's just so crazy. And I love that it's a hidden room, so I feel like I love that people won't know that it's here, and then suddenly it'll be like opening the doors into this mad powder room. I'm so thrilled. So I'm still on the lookout for some mirrors to go up behind each sink. As I've mentioned, Susie Atkinson has a couple which are currently my front runners. I think they're on a 16-week lead time though, and I just don't know if I can wait that long. I'm just too excited. Oh, and one other small detail that Andrew actually suggested was putting in this, I think he called it like a beading, and it's basically to protect the corners, because if I bring the Dyson in here, for example, and I accidentally scuff the corner, we don't want the wallpaper to start to thin. So that was a really good suggestion. And he also did it around the window, and I think it makes a really nice feature of the window. We've still got the beams in here, so it's like old house meets crazy new design. Thinking about potentially getting a mirror on this side too, but I'm not sure. Let me know what you guys think. I'd love to know your opinions. I'm sure some people are gonna look at this room and throw up a little bit in their mouths, but I don't care because it's my space and I just absolutely love it. So without further ado, it's time to move my beauty products into the cupboards, and I cannot even begin to express how happy that makes me, because they've never had a home. With my job, I have far too many beauty products, far more than the average person, far more than I need. I do try to give them away to friends at every opportunity possible. I have been taking goodie bags full of products to the hospital on my recent visits, and I still have a lot. So that's what I'm going to do now, a little bit of organisation. So let's get cracking. Before I go into the powder room to start my organisation, I would like to tell you about a product which is quite possibly the most important product that I will have ever told you about. So what is the thing that we all literally need to survive? It is not nice dresses, it is not pretty makeup, or even skincare, or even SPF. It is literally air. Air is what we need to survive. And it's actually a little bit crazy that we don't talk about it more. Obviously we talk about pollution in London and even everywhere else in the country. We talk about skincare that can stop pollution from damaging our skin, causing aging. But what about the pollution in our homes? Because obviously this last year we have all been spending a lot more time in our homes, and a lot of us have been investing in our homes, changing things, whether you've been DIY creating some paneling behind your headboard in your bedroom, or you have had professional painters and decorators in. I know that a lot of us have been doing things to our home this year, and even if you haven't, we have all been spending a lot of time in our homes this year. And have we really thought about the air quality? Have we really thought about what we are breathing in? Personally, I just love having the windows open. I love breathing in that fresh air. But am I doing things in the house to actually improve that air quality? Whether it is virus particles, whether it is damaging, dangerous particles from the paints that I've been putting on the walls, or even just from fumes from like building work. I mean, we're literally having an oil tank changed over today over at the coach house. I dread to think what that puts up into the air. There are so many things that we are inhaling, and I think we're all so much more health conscious of what we are inhaling after a year of a pandemic of an airborne disease. Oh my goodness. So that is like the world's longest rambly intro to tell you about this beautiful item, which is the Dyson Purifier Hot and Cool, and this is the new version, which is specifically designed to also target formaldehyde, which is kind of scary to think about. It's kind of scary to think that no one has really addressed this sooner. I didn't know a huge amount about formaldehyde before researching into this. I knew that it was a bad thing that we should avoid, but what I didn't know is that it can be brought into your breathing space from having building work done, from paints, from cleaning products, from things that we don't even think could be damaging the air that we breathe in. And if we inhale too much of it, it can have some very negative health impacts. I think one of the places that it comes from is new carpets and rugs. She says literally sitting on a rug that I have only added into this room recently. But formaldehyde is just one of the things that this cleans from the air. Also dust. I've just been dusting human hair, human skin, pet, what do they call it? There's a specific word for the small particles that come off. Is it dander? That come off your pets. So yes, we live in the beautiful countryside. I'm not quite as worried about city pollution, but we do have tractors and they are fertilizing their fields. We still have obviously road vehicles tootling around near us, but more concerning for me is like what's actually within this literal house. And a lot of the rooms in this house are fairly large as well, so that is why this is the product solution that Charlie and I are absolutely obsessed with. So I feel like I've gone into the really deep stuff first. Essentially, the reason why Charlie and I first purchased a Dyson Purifier hot and cool fan is that they're great at changing the temperature in a room. So we first purchased one, I think it was from B&Q or Homebase in Clapham, because it was an absolute scorcher of a summer. This must have been 4 or 5, I think it was literally the year that Dyson released these, and we needed something to cool us down. So that was when we first discovered them. Now Dyson have really boosted the technology. This is the latest one, and it's the first one that is in this beautiful gold color, which I think is absolutely stunning, and it works so perfectly in here. Its forever home is actually in our bedroom, but I've brought it up here because of the time I'm going to be spending in there, and because of what's happened up in this area recently with the painting, etc. You'll have seen we also have a very sleek black Dyson Purifier in the gym, and I literally whack it up to 37 degrees, and within a few moments, because obviously the gym doesn't have any heating in there, we do now have beautiful oak bifold doors, but we don't have any heating in there. Setting this off, it is powerful enough to heat the whole space in just a matter of seconds, and then I have it next to the Peloton, so I can then switch it on to blasting me with cool air while I'm on the Peloton. So that is like the top level. It is hot and cool in the name. It heats or cools your room, but more interestingly is its ability to purify. So with a lot of fans, they literally just like cool or heat the area that's maybe like a meter around them, but Dyson being Dyson, they have the most incredible technology. They've got something called an air multiplier in here, and if you've ever seen their adverts where they've got like the green lasers coming out of it, it draws air from all around the room, even a really large room, into it, purifies it, and then expels it out again. And what we love about this is that it automatically is monitoring, censoring the room, and it can just turn itself on when it detects a pollutant. So whether you've just been cooking, or whether a tractor spraying fertilizer has just gone by, or a big bus has just gone by, something like that, it can detect these pollutants in the air and automatically turn itself on. And that was something that I've actually changed recently. I used to only have it turned on when I wanted to be heated or cooled down, but now we actually leave it on auto all the time, and it will just automatically switch itself on and clean the air. I have to say, when I talk about products as technologically advanced as this, I always get quite overwhelmed, because I've had like a briefing call on this, and I feel like I never want to be in a room without this ever again. That's how much I fully believe in this technology. But I often find it really hard to like express it to you guys, because it's almost so intense that I'm like, do you want to hear this information in a YouTube video? But the more I read and the more I look into it, I'm like, it's so important that everybody understands this. So for example, I've just gone back on the Dyson product page. I'm going to leave it linked down below because it really is fascinating. So it's talking about common household pollutants, whether it's bacteria, industrial emissions, formaldehyde, odors from cooking and household fumes, benzene and VOCs from cleaning products, and candles. Candles obviously puther so much into the atmosphere, nitrogen dioxide from gas stoves and car exhaust. It is actually crazy how many pollutants we are breathing in, but this not only draws them in, but it actually breaks them down and destroys them and delivers pure air out the other side. So without further ado, Oh gosh, I've got it set on 31 degrees. Let's put you back on auto. Okay, I've just set it off. So what you will be able to see when it comes back round again, you get a little graph on here which shows you your air quality. So you can see how it's improving your air quality over time. And then if you want even more information on your phone, on the app, you can see exactly what pollutants have been detected in your air. And I find it very satisfying to see what's been drawn out. Obviously it's quite scary to see what we were previously inhaling, but I do find it very satisfying to see how it has cleansed my surroundings. And this captures 99.95% of particles, including virus particles, which is just absolutely insane. I'm really excited to see what else Dyson can do with this technology, because it really is so incredible. You probably can't even hear that it's on. That's another thing that I love about it. It's very quiet. You can absolutely sleep with it on. It doesn't bother me if I've got phone calls or anything like that. It's a very calming, just literally air movement noise. That's all it is. So yeah, it is absolutely incredible, something that I am thrilled to talk to you guys about, because it's just so important. Literally the substance that keeps us alive, and this purifies it. So incredible technology. I am going to position this so that it is going to purify the powder room and the dressing room while I sort out my products. I'm sure I'll think of other things to tell you about this as the day goes on, but yeah, it is mind-blowing. And something that I literally found out the other day, I don't know how I didn't know this, but the remote magnetizes to the top of the purifier. How cool is that? And how silly that I didn't know it. I thought we were always just balancing it on the top, but no. It magnetizes. They are so clever. This is obviously not all of the products that I need to sort out, but I'm going to start with these baskets and not overwhelm myself with the task. So I need to decide where everything's going to go, what order it's going to live in. I might end up keeping some baskets as like organizational areas for taller products especially, but I think what I'll do is start with more makeup-y, skincare-y, facial, body, hair. I think that's the routine I'm going to go with. I'm going to do it basket by basket. I think at one point I did organize these, so I think like cleansers, hair oils. Well, I think these are just new in bits. So let's see how we go. I'm going to empty this basket out first, because then I'm going to put any products which I want to donate back into there, and we can take those with us to the hospital next time. There are just so many products which are talking about protecting you from the environment, and obviously that's so important when you're out and about, because you can't take your Dyson with you everywhere. But I'm a firm believer in fixing the problem before finding the solution. So if we can do stuff to help our air in the house and use protective products, then you are absolutely winning. This is the Mirad Environmental Shield Vita C Glycolic Brightening Serum. That sounds good. So what I'm doing is, this is going to be an area that I have to constantly tidy. I can already picture it. I might look for some baskets to put stuff in. Like I'm going to keep this basket down here for the lower levels. But I'm going to do makeup over there. I've got cleansers, mists and oils, and then masks. So serums, I'm probably going to shift makeup over a little bit and do an area for serums there. Okay, we are looking good. We are looking like a very well-stocked beauty salon. It is rather crazy how much I have collected, and I definitely need to go through and sort again with even more products to give away. But we've got cleansers and serums and moisturizers, and then we've got hair products over here, oils, dry shampoos, masks, shampoos, conditioners, everything like that. I still have a couple of boxes to go through, but now that my hair has fully dried, I'm going to film my H&M video so that I can tick that off my to-do list. Oh, about an hour and a half later now, and we are done with the H&M video. Hallelujah. I actually really find it quite boring filming try-on clips, but this time I tried on as I was filming, and I think that's a much better way of doing it, because otherwise I use up all my energy doing the talking bits and then I'm like, oh my god, now I've got to do the try-on. But I also filmed a couple of reels while I was doing it, and they're both really good fun, so definitely check those out on my Instagram if you haven't already. I'm leaving this dress on because it is toasty up in here. The Dyson fan is quiet, but not quiet enough for me to film with it on, so I'm going to blast that on 5 degrees again, cool this room down, tie my hair up so I can be productive again. But before I do any tidying, it's time for me to have some lunch. Well, if this isn't a sign that summer is coming, then I don't know what is. The boys, all 3 boys, are out here enjoying the sunshine. The tidying up of my filming mess in the dressing room can wait, because I'm going to do a little bit of work.
That's the best thing about it being top of the house.
What do you mean?
I don't have to see the mess.
I was thinking that this morning.
And even for you, because to be honest, it's your office.
Kind of.
But it doesn't matter, you don't have to tidy it straight away.
It would give you palpitations if you went in there right now, because it's a bomb site.
Yeah, but I know. It
doesn't matter, because you can't see it.
I don't even really go on the top floor.
No.
But then...
You need some sunglasses, mate. You're going to be getting crow's feet.
I was thinking, though, like, we've got the snug room. That room is a prime example of, now that we're a year into living here, that is, I wish they were just quite helpful. That is a prime example of where we got carried away with the room, that really we should have just made another guest room. Because we don't use it, do we? I mean, it is a guest room because it's got a sofa bed.
Yeah.
But are we ever going to go and sit up there and watch a film?
No. Maybe we will when life goes back to normal. Who knows? I'm just enjoying a cup of, I can't remember the name of this brand, I keep forgetting it, but it's like a hormone balancing tea for ladies. It's very nice. And then this, I don't know.
Rose hip?
Yeah, probably. I think it's called Your... Gosh, I'll have to leave it down below. And then this is a banana bread made by Charlie's younger sister Scarlett, and it is absolutely scrumptious and perfect for when your tummy starts to rumble in the afternoon. And I also had some for my breakfast. Good morning, darlings. It is now Tuesday morning. It is another glorious day. I have been out taking a few photos this morning in the rapeseed fields, which have just bloomed. The bluebells haven't bloomed just yet, but I don't mind because the rapeseed looks absolutely stunning. And now we're feeling peckish, and we realised we were close to Dalesford, so we've just popped in. I'm going to grab some veggies for the week, a couple of chai lattes. Looks like the garden centre is nearly finished being built. It is going to be the end of my bank account when this is completed. It just looks spectacular. They always do a great job here. I thought it'd be busier actually. I thought I'd have to queue to get in now that everywhere's a bit more open, but as you can see, no queue. But anyway, I'm gonna go and collect my coffee. Let's see how busy it is inside. I've just asked Lucy to pull over on the side of the road to take a photo at this beautiful sty, and we've got a friend here. Hello, sweet one. Is that tasty? I just had to swap handbags because somebody decided to take a munch out of my straw bag. You funny bunny, you are. You are literally the dicky of horses. Is that tasty? Hello, Angel. Hello, beautiful one. You are divine. You're divine. Hello, gorgeous. How amazing was that? back home again. That was such a lovely morning outing. I was quite surprised at how not busy Daylesford was. Even the courtyard area, which is just the most beautiful courtyard with like wood-fired pizzas. They have a really nice healthy menu, but also some things to treat yourself to. I kind of regretted actually getting the salad box that I usually get as a takeaway, because I thought, gosh, how lovely to just sit here. But very much looking forward to hopefully doing that maybe this week or next week with some friends, going and having a nice leisurely lunch at Daylesford. If only I didn't have to work, I could definitely become one of those ladies who lunch. But yeah, really nice morning just tootling around. We got some really nice photos, and back home now. The sun has just come out again. It got a little bit cloudy after our lovely experience with that beautiful horse at the side of the road, but it started to get sunny again. So I'm just gonna do maybe an hour of work, and then I need to plant my dahlia tubers. I actually forgot that I had a whole box of dahlia tubers. I really hope they've not dried up. I think maybe actually you have to soak them. So I might just go down and soak them in a bucket now for an hour or so, and then plant them after I've finished work. I also arrived home to a lovely delivery from one of my followers who started a business during lockdown, and the products look so lovely, so I thought I would show you. So the lovely Fiona has written a super long and lovely note, and she has started a company called Sunbird Kitchen during the lockdown. I'm so impressed with the motivation of people who have actually started businesses during lockdown. She said she's going to be hopefully selling these bits in local farmers markets, but also she hopes to launch online very soon. And what an incredible bundle she has so kindly sent over. Excuse my gardening gloves. We have got a variety of different granolas, some overnight oats and things like that. Oh, cashew and almond, that sounds delicious. We've got apricot and chia. Charlie loves an overnight oat. He's really gone into his porridges lately, so I think he will be snuffling that one from me. And then we've got some various kind of dietary requirements one, like grain-free granola. Oh, chocolate hazelnut and sour cherry granola, that sounds incredible. Cacao, coconut and walnut. Oh my gosh, little snack packs, pecan and maple, yum. Coconut coffee overnight oat. Wow, that sounds delicious. And hazelnut and apple. I can't say I've ever tried an apple flavoured oat mix, but how lovely is that? What a wonderful business to start over lockdown. Fiona, I am so impressed by your motivation. Your branding is fantastic. The products sound incredible. So thank you so much for sending these for me to try. And I will leave your website and your handle at Sunbird Kitchen down below so that everyone else can check you out as well. Welcome back to my very overflowing greenhouse. It's so overflowing that I don't actually have any surfaces to do any work on anymore, because every surface is covered in seedlings. I need the frosts to go so that I can plant some stuff out, because this is part of my Farmer Gracie order, which I did open with you a little while ago, but I actually forgot that I had this stuff. I thought I'd planted it all last weekend, so we still have, right, I can't even create piles anywhere. Oh my goodness me. These runner beans I literally planted a week ago, and they are running. Look at that, they are doing so well. This few days we've had of warmer temperatures has made everything just go wild. Oh, I love this. I'm ready for you summer. Dahlias. Right. Oh, where am I going to put them? Dahlia number 2. Gladiolus. Now, I think I'm going to plant these direct actually, so I'm going to do a pile here of things that I'm going to plant direct. Anemone, okay, I can definitely plant those. Ooh, and I'm pretty sure anemones, you do want to soak them for a bit. Honestly, Charlie makes me laugh so much. When I first met him, he was like, typical lad, beer drinking, rugby playing, you know, very stereotypical lad's lad. And myself and Charlie and our friends Ben and Robin have we call it our farmhouse squad WhatsApp group, and we're seeing them on Sunday at their farm. And Charlie and Ben are currently back and forth in this WhatsApp group talking about planting up some of the troughs in Ben's farm to turn them into herb planters. And the way that Charlie's just talking about all these different herbs and wildflowers, maybe you could plant some dahlias and some lavender in there. This boy has changed so much, and I love that Ben is just as into it as Charlie is. The modern man is quite incredible, and I am here for it. Right, ranunculus. I hope I haven't left these too late. Ooh, they look like spiders. Gosh, how is that ugly little item there gonna turn into a ranunculus? I mean, they look pretty dry and crispy, so I'm gonna soak those as well. Oopsie. Begonia on top Fandango. Honestly, it amazes me that something like this can turn into a beautiful flower. I think soaking all of these isn't gonna hurt. Dahlia pom-poms. I actually feel like I'm catching a tan in here. Ooh, more gladiolus. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take my dahlias outside because it's so glorious, and put them in some plant pots. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and do this without Charlie seeing because he wouldn't approve of this idea. I'm going to take the entire seedling tray into the pink bedroom and hide it behind the bed in the pink bedroom, because then hopefully where that room is south facing, they'll get all the sunshine and warmth from being inside, and hopefully they might catch up, because I think I should have done this about 3 weeks ago, which is not ideal. Damn. Okay, the tubers are all soaking in some tepid water as per the instructions. I'm going to leave these now for an hour, get a little bit more work done, and then come out to do some potting. Okay, so I have a new antique to share with you. I spotted this on the Instagram page of an antiques dealer called Violet Grey. I probably shouldn't reveal that because it is a great little Instagram page, but things get snapped up really, really quickly. You may think they look familiar, and that's because I'm pretty sure these are from the same maker, the same, blacksmith that made the chairs on our table up at the top there. And I spotted that they had a slightly smaller table with 4 chairs, and I just couldn't resist. I couldn't resist. In my future greenhouse, I think this will make the most beautiful little table to have in there. But at the moment, obviously with it being marble and I think it's wrought iron, it's absolutely fine to be left outside. We are going to be transforming this little area. As you know, we've been busy bees working on the kitchen garden area. Still very much a work in progress, as you can tell. But I'm thinking I'm going to leave this bed here as my winter veg, so pumpkins and squash, but I think we're definitely going to gravel over these 3. It doesn't really get much sunlight, she says, with it currently being in full sunlight, but it doesn't get much sunlight in the summer because this is a very large walnut tree, and when it's in leaf, this whole area is in the shade. But I thought it's really nice to have a little spot here where I can sit and have my coffee and bring friends down here for coffee and cocktails and overlook the garden. When I have my cut flower garden in full bloom, it'll be nice to have somewhere to just, you know, do my flower arranging. So we're leaving it down here for now, although it does look very sad in this very uncared for area at the moment. But I've got long-term plans for this, and obviously it's just a beautiful piece, so I snapped that up when I saw it coming on the website. But anyway, I actually came down here to turn on the hose. Never know which way to do it. Hopefully that sprinkler is going to spring into life. You come to help Mummy with the gardening, big boy. Is this working? No. Pretty good system going on here, and it is made a whole lot easier by having my compost in one of these massive garden buckets. So what I'm doing, I think I have spoken through planting dahlias in a previous video, but I'll just whiz through it again. So I'm taking one of my pots. These are being reused because they're actually some of the pots that Nicholson's used when they were dropping off our plants that are in the herbaceous border. I'm putting a scoopful in the bottom of the pot, leveling it out, and then I am grabbing a tuber from my soaking bowl, and then you'll find that one of the stems is upright, whereas the rest are all just these little bulbs. You know that summer's coming when Charlie brings out the deck chairs.
That's a lovely apron.
Isn't it great?
Navy actually suits you.
Thank you. It's a proper gardening apron.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, stops my dresses getting soily. So then you pop it in the soil with the tube. These are tubers, lots of little bulbs, with this tube poking upwards. This is what I could do with another pair of hands. Darling, can you just be my tripod for a second?
Sorry?
Do you mind just holding the camera for a second? I'm just doing a very quick dahlia explanation. Yeah. Just point the camera over here into the bucket.
They are seriously sort of alien looking, aren't they?
I know, but look how scary this is. This is going to be a ranunculus. Isn't that gross? Anyway, yeah. So make sure that all the bulbs are pointing downwards, and then I'm taking my shovel and filling the soil in around the edges, all around the edges. And then after a few shovels full, I'm just kind of shaking it around quite gently.
Star of the show has arrived.
Yes. And then just giving it a very little wiggle, a gentle shake.
That needs to go in, surely.
It'll be okay, it'll get covered in my next lot. Gentle shake, gentle wiggle, Dexy, and then again just topping it up with soil. Once again, a gentle little shake, brushing off the top of the tuber, and then I'm just, excuse me cameraman, popping it down here with the others for inspection by the quality control team.
You see, I actually used to teach Monty Don.
Alan Titchmarsh knew nothing before he met me.
We're very good friends.
Yes, and Charlie Dimmock, well, she's just not on par these days.
Alright.
Thanks, cameraman. Okay. And then I will water all of these with the hose pipe when they are done. Fallen off tubers down here in the bottom of the bowl, so I'm just going to put all of these in here with this smaller tuber and just hope for the best, really. I guess we can't expect them all to survive the transport when you buy tubers online, but I've just popped them all in the bottom of this pot here, and let's hope that some of them survive. So I've just come in from an afternoon / early evening out in the garden. What have I done to my chin? Who knows, makeup is all gone. The dahlias are watered and I have secretly put them upstairs in the windowsill of the pink bedroom. I'm sure Charlie wouldn't allow it because of soil getting on the floorboards, but I've put a towel and a compost bag down, so hopefully everything will be fine. Charlie's upstairs now having his chiropractor sports massage. I am gonna have mine next, but I thought I would get dinner ready while Charlie's upstairs. I'm doing a cauliflower and potato shawarma. I thought maybe we could have it with wraps. I don't know, I'm going to leave them out and see what Charlie decides. And I'm also doing Amelia Liana's rice recipe, which I've done quite a few times now. I still have to follow the notes in my notebook, but it is so tasty. I love it with a cauliflower shawarma. So I've got 15 minutes to finish getting it ready, and then it can all just be cooking slowly while I have my sports massage. It is now the next morning and I forgot to end the vlog last night. I'm trying not to drag vlogs over more than 2 days because then I just feel like I don't show you enough of the like in-between bits during the day, you know, the kind of boring everyday bits, which I actually think bring the realness to the vlogs. So trying not to drag them over 2 days anymore. I do miss the daily vlogging sometimes because it's like, it felt very satisfying filming a vlog in a day and then editing and closing. It's quite therapeutic, but there's just not enough going on now. Obviously last year we had something new going on and it was also exciting this time last year. I love rewatching the vlogs from this time last year because it was just so much learning, so much excitement as we were moving. So I'm really glad that I have that all documented. Look where my chicken has now positioned himself. But anyway, last time I spoke to you last night was just before I had my sports massage. So Lewis, who lives about 10 minutes from here with his girlfriend Sally, who you may remember, I've been to her shepherd's hut at Felden Valley, which is a kind of golf course hotel, really cool, like tree hotel. You stay in cabins in the trees. She has a massage business that she runs from a cute little shepherd's hut near us. So she does the most amazing massages. In fact, I have one tomorrow night, but they're really relaxing ones, whereas her partner Lewis is a chiropractor, so he does sports massages. Any injuries, he fixes them straight away. So I was like, oh, I've got a bit of a bad back from gardening. Fixed. I had a bit of a dicky knee when I was ironically running across the lawn to collect Dicky from howling at his friends. He fixed it. I even had a bit of pain in my wrist. He fixed it. Amazing. And I always find him really interesting to talk to because he's very passionate and knowledgeable about the science behind it as well. We always chat throughout these sessions, whereas when I'm with Sally, I like totally switch off and just relax and go into like a zombie mode. But with Lewis, because it's like he's literally treating ailments as opposed to it being a relaxing treatment, I feel like I want to chat through it. And he was saying how chiropractors, they deal with your nervous system, and your nervous system really does have such an impact on everything from migraines to your sleep, even to like your sex drive. It is so interesting. And he also does adjustments. So for example, he'll do some like feeling around my neck, and he can tell if something is trapped, and then he'll like rest my head in a position and then crick it, and I can literally feel all my vertebrae going and like pulling back into the position that they could be in, or should be in rather. It's just amazing. I've never really like treated my body. Obviously I've done like nice facials and manicures and hair and blah blah blah, but I've never really treated my body in the right way before. Obviously it's a luxury to be able to do that because it's expensive, but I would rather cut out like a meal out or an evening of cocktails to be able to actually care for my body. That is how I'm like changing my mindset at the moment. Like I haven't, obviously with my job I have a lot of opportunities to work with brands, but I don't actually go out and like buy crazy amounts of, okay, I'm not actually going to go down that road because I feel like I'm just being very hypocritical, but what I'm trying to say is it's more important to spend money on your body than it is to spend money on things. And I realise that this is the next video after an H&M haul, so I just sound so stupid, but that is the point that I'm trying to make. I'm trying to invest more in my body than material things. I did mention earlier in the video that I have been going to hospital a few times lately to do with the lump that's in my tummy, and I will update you on that soon. But yeah, that is where we are at. I'm gonna start looking at also reflexology and acupuncture. A couple of my friends have highly recommended it. There is also a homeopath in the village, not in our village, in the next one along, and apparently she's fantastic. So I'm gonna go and chat to her to see if there are any more kind of natural remedies or even just small lifestyle switches I can do. And I think there's a reflexologist at Dalesford, but I might see if there's someone else as well, because if it's at Dalesford it's going to be really expensive. But yeah, I'm now joined by both of my boys. Dexy's cleaning his paws, Dicky is having a nap. Whenever I come and sit down on the sofa, it's their favourite time. They both just charge over because they know that it's mummy love time. I love my boys so much. But yeah, that is my final random ramble, my words of wisdom. I'm sure I will learn something new from Lewis every week and come to you with little nuggets of information about the body and the mind and how it's all connected to the nervous system. It's fascinating, it's honestly fascinating. I realise that the people that I love the most are the people that really know a lot about a certain subject and they're really passionate about it. Like, I love to learn from other people, and if I find that someone is really knowledgeable or really passionate about a certain subject, I'll just ask them so many questions and they love to talk about it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that, I didn't know, wow, tell me more. People are very interesting and I love to be interested. I'm really rambling now, so I'm going I'm going to switch off. I'm actually going to start vlogging again. I've got another vlog to start filming today. I'll probably not look like this at the beginning of the next vlog though. So darlings, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Sorry that we didn't get a completed powder room, but the plumber still hasn't been. He's very busy sorting out our oil tanks. So yeah, that'll be something to look forward to. But that's all from me for today. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Another side note, we just launched the Strawtop Cottage Instagram at Strawtop Cottage, so I'd love for you to go and give that a follow. Right, I really am going to go now. Thanks for watching. Bye.